Latest news, Alexis Mac Allister's future in doubt. Liverpool's bold moves ahead. Welcome to l.f.c. Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alexis Mac Allister's mother's comments put midfielder on collision course with Liverpool. Liverpool fans feared the worst when Alexis Mac Allister was taken at half-time against Crystal Palace right before the international break. These fears were only exacerbated when Argentina boss Lionel Scaloni reported that the midfielder wasn't training with the rest of the national side and then missed out on the game with Venezuela. He did then return to play just over an hour against Bolivia, leaving Reds to breathe a big sigh of relief. There was a bit of confusion, then, when Curtis Jones was named in his place for yesterday's game against Chelsea. Head coach Arne Slot had previously explained that Mac Allister was a bit ill on the flight back, but in facing such a tough opponent he would surely not have changed his starting 11 if he didn't absolutely need to. The silver lining was that Curtis Jones was the best player on the pitch against Chelsea, slotting into Mac Allister's inside left midfield space and even bagging himself a goal for his troubles. Mac Allister replaced him in the 82nd minute, bringing about even more questions as to why the decision was made. Why was Mac Allister left out against Chelsea? But comments made by his mother, Silvina Riella, in an interview for Argentinian new channel C5N shed some light. Recently, Liverpool didn't want him to travel because he had a minor discomfort, but he insisted on coming. Explained Silvina, he spoke with the coach to come because, as I see it, it's like he's coming to see his friends here. It's like he's coming to his group here, and he feels it necessary to come. This followed her explanation of her son's love of his national team. He's managing the locker room dynamics better now. He's more relaxed, obviously, it's been an adaptation process. But still, there's always that admiration for Lionel Messi. There's a group of more experienced players, so yes, he's more at ease. I see him leaving the locker room, doing interviews, signing autographs and all that, so I think he's more integrated with the national team now. He feels more at home. When considered, this is an abysmal look for Mac Allister. He defied the club's wishes to keep him in the country due to an injury, actually played a game, and then subsequently lost his place in the starting 11 on his return. And whilst footballers are human and their desires should absolutely be considered, Argentina have another set of games in under a month from now. He would have been able to see his friends then. This can be contrasted with Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, who both decided to leave their respective national teams last week and return to the AXA training center early. With games coming thick and fast, including Leipzig on Wednesday night, we will quickly see just how out of favor the Argentinian has become. Liverpool ready to bid for one of Europe's fastest forwards. Over the past few years, Liverpool have been working hard to rotate their attackers to create one of the most threatening units in Europe. As such, pace has been identified as an important aspect of their personnel, in order to play such expansive football to take the game to the opposition. While the signings of Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz all came under the remit of former boss Jurgen Klopp, the key theme is that they all have a burst of pace. And this has continued under Arne Slot, with the club bringing in Federico Chiesa this past summer as an opportunistic signing, a player who is known for his remarkable speed. Even despite Mohamed Salah's looming contract uncertainty, Liverpool have always been keen to work on their attacking pack, and so far this season, each has shown the qualities when given their chance in the side. Liverpool set to bring in their fastest player yet. According to Interlive, Liverpool are increasingly likely to put in a bid for Bologna's Dan Endoy. The 23-year-old is capable of playing across the front line on either side of the pitch while favouring the right-hand side, which could prove useful if Salah were to move on. In Bologna's Champions League contest against Liverpool at Anfield earlier in the season, Endoy was luckless in his ambitions, hitting the woodwork twice, but impressed nonetheless on a nervy night for the Reds. It is not uncommon for Liverpool's recruits to have had impressive performances against the team before they were signed, Darwin Núñez being the clearest example of them all when he scored twice in Benfica's 6-4 aggregate Champions League loss in 2022. As such, just as Jurgen Klopp took inspiration from those who succeeded against his sides, Arne Slot may well have taken note of Endoy at the time. In addition, the Swiss international is lightning quick, recording speeds of 35.6 km per hour in the Euros this past summer, becoming the third fastest player of the tournament's group stage as per UEFA's official stats. It is unknown what it would cost Liverpool to acquire his services, but the Swiss is certainly a player worth keeping an eye on, especially as the club is reportedly interested. Liverpool flop beats Lionel Messi to major award. A Liverpool flop has scooped a prestigious award from under Lionel Messi's nose. Christian Benteke failed to live up to his expectations when he joined Liverpool in 2015. The Belgian forward scored just 10 goals in 42 appearances for the Reds, which is far from ideal for a striker. Especially after the club spent £32.5 million on his services. The Guardian, Benteke was often found on the bench because he wasn't fitting into Jurgen Klopp's style of play. Since leaving Anfield for Selhurst Park in 2016, he failed to live up to the role of a striker at Crystal Palace, scoring 37 goals in 177 appearances. However, he now seems to have found his scoring boots. Benteke wins Golden Boot. The DC United striker has secured the 2024 MLS Golden Boot after an outstanding goal-scoring season for the Eastern Conference side. In just his second campaign with the side, the 33-year-old netted 23 goals in 30 games for the Black and Reds along with 7 assists. Benteke's impressive run included 4 goals in his final 5 matches of the regular season, which ultimately resulted in him clinching the award. This marked his highest goal tally in more than a decade, matching the 23 goals he scored during the 2012-13 season for Aston Villa. DC United miss out. Benteke has now joined an exclusive group of players to claim the MLS Golden Boot, an honor which has been awarded since the league's inaugural season in 1996. Despite his goal-scoring efforts, DC United missed out on the MLS Cup playoffs after a 3-0 defeat to Charlotte FC at home on the final day. While Benteke was unable to find the net in the final game, it doesn't take away what an exceptional season he's had. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.